Hello sports fans. Today is World Arthritis Day, so I thought today was probably the best day that I could possibly choose to share all of this news with you and kind of just a big update. So after Challenge Mallorca, I will be hanging up my age group racing ambitions. It has been a spectacular journey to get here. You know, since being diagnosed with arthritis or ankylosing spondylitis, a form of arthritis that affects my hips and spine 9 years ago, it's been an absolute roller coaster to get here. And the highs have been spectacular and the lows have been spectacular. And overall, the views have been pretty damn good. So I'm hanging up my age group racing ambitions. And you know, 9 years ago when I was diagnosed, I kind of really wanted to set out after I started getting healthier again and getting on top of the condition to become the best athlete that I could be, the best arthritic athlete that I could be, the best arthritic ambassador that I could be. And, you know, it all stems from this idea of people telling me that it wasn't necessarily going to be possible. And I never really liked being told that I couldn't do something. And that has not changed. And this was one of them. I didn't like the fact that someone told me that this wasn't going to be possible. So I set out to prove them wrong. And I hope you can agree with me that to an extent I have. And I'm really proud of that. You know, anyone that really knows me knows that I'm never really happy with my own achievements. But for this, I am very proud of where we got. And, you know, the last year has been particularly difficult. You know, I was studying to finish the bar professional training course, which in itself is just a huge challenge and was extremely draining and taxing. I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is a form of inflammatory bowel disease. So there was a whole roller coaster journey there. And then on top of all of that, I was trying to perform during my debut triathlon season to my sometimes unrealistic expectations and standards. And I think I managed it. You know, I think I managed it. And you know, having arthritis, everything has a cost. Everything has a cost anyway for those without arthritis. But then you throw on top things like chronic pain and sciatica and medication and hospital appointments. So you know, things like socializing, relationships, work, studying, sports, they all come with a cost. And I've had to sacrifice a lot, and I've had to take steps back from things that I really wish I didn't have to, in order to keep true to what I wanted to achieve personally. And I think for those that have been affected by that, mainly friends and family, I hope that you think like I do, that it was worth it. And you know, I've spent so many hours in that shed in the back of my garden, and so many hours in hospital appointments and physios and training and saying no to socializing, all trying to chase down this goal, this big goal of mine. And just a big thank you to my friends and family for kind of understanding that and kind of aiding and abetting me in reaching here so far, this part of the journey. And I'm really glad that I got to share it with you and the wider world. That all being said, from next year, I will be racing as a professional. That's right, I'm going pro. The Polish Triathlon Federation recently confirmed my eligibility for my pro license for next year. So, you know, some form filling, etc. pending. My license will be issued for next season, January 1st to December 31st. So yes, I will be racing as a pro. I will be racing in the pro field. I am absolutely petrified. The experience itself is going to be unbelievably humbling. You know, I can't wait to get absolutely spanked by the big boys in the pro field. I think some of them should be very scared about being overtaken by an arthritic boy. But ultimately, you know, while this chapter closes, another much more exciting, humbling, rewarding, scary, satisfying, soul-finding chapter is about to begin. I'm so excited. And for me, in a way, it validates all of the training, all of the sacrifice, every decision I've ever made up to this point has been validated in this moment, you know, and even if I didn't get issued the pro license, to look back on this past year, it was still worth it. But I'm just very excited about that. And, you know, from my very limited research, I'll be the first ever arthritic person to go on and race in the professional field, which is crazy because for me, when I was diagnosed, I wish that I had someone to look up to. I wanted someone that was in the same situation as myself, that was going out there and showing that it was possible. And I had a few of those role models over the years, and they've been amazing. And I just hope that I have now become one of those for someone else. And I hope that I've encouraged or kind of shown people that they can take that step, you know, that big scary step towards something that they previously thought unattainable. And I think as long as I've done that for at least one person, then it really was all worth it. So yes, that's my news this World Arthritis Day. I will be going pro. I'm stopping age group racing. I am absolutely petrified. And just a massive thank you to absolutely everyone who has supported me ever. From those way back when that unfortunately, you know, life has gotten in the way, to those at the moment who are just constantly there. You know, particular thanks to my parents for kind of really facilitating this journey and like making sure that it was not a question of being left with what ifs. And, you know, I'm not left with any of those questions at the moment. So, you know, as a friend once told me, goals are just dreams with deadlines. And I'm done dreaming. So, you know, we're going to set some bigger, more unrealistic goals, and we're going to go chase them down with as much vigor and passion as we have over the previous 9 years. So, yeah, full stead, guys.